everybody, and welcome to Young Hero Speaks, the show in which I give my honest opinion on random topics. I am your host, ThatKidDouglas, aka the Young Hero, the internet's loneliest D-list personality. And today we're going to be doing a video on the Toby Turner rape allegations. Now, I know it seems kind of awkward and unnecessary to do a video on Toby Turner when the allegations came out in, I believe, April. But the reason I waited until now to do it is because I wanted to give a fair and balanced perspective on the whole scandal, and I didn't want to be one of those people making a knee-jerk reaction and saying, "Oh, that girl April is lying, she's a total slut," or, "Oh, Toby raped that girl, he's a rapist, he's a monster." You know, I wanted to give my own take on the situation and approach it, again, from a fair and balanced perspective that wasn't taking sides or saying, yeah, that person did it or that person didn't do it. So let's get into it. Now, for those of you who don't know, and I'll quickly explain what's going on here to give you some context, a girl by the name of April F. went on to Tumblr and accused popular YouTube celebrity Tobuscus, aka Toby Turner, of raping her at a party, and she showed a bunch of screenshots of Toby supposedly doing the deed, and it led to this whole shitstorm of people either saying, "Oh, this girl is lying, she's making this up, she's a disgruntled ex-girlfriend," and other people saying, "Oh, Toby's a rapist, he's a monster, blah 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 blah." Here's my opinion on it. I think April's mistake was going to Tumblr. Now, this is not me being a rape apologist. It's not me victim blaming. I want to make that abundantly clear because I do want to believe her. I really do. Because two of my closest female friends in real life were raped. So it is a very sensitive subject for me. But it is very suspicious that she went to Tumblr first, especially 2 years after the fact, instead of going to the police, which was definitely a mistake. And, you know, if you were being attacked, and I want to make this abundantly clear, if you were raped, if you were sexually assaulted, or anything like that, it's probably best that you go to the police straight away. And I understand that Toby Turner is a big YouTube celebrity, so it would be her word against his, but still, I think she would have been able to better protect herself, and I think people would be able to see her point of view a little bit more if she went to the police first. If she went to the police first and then went to Tumblr to talk about her experiences, then this would be a different story entirely. But she didn't do that. And there have been so many false rape allegations and accusations over the years that people on the internet are starting to become less and less trusting of people coming out and saying that they were raped. And it sucks because there are people out there that are being raped, and because of this situation, and people are going to start not believing them because they think, "Oh, you weren't really raped, you're lying, you're just doing this to be bitter and spiteful and vengeful," you know? Now, I'm not saying that this girl is lying or that she wasn't raped, because we don't know. It's a very much a he said, she said type of situation, but I think that's really how the public perceives it. And like Andy Worski said, social media, it's not your police. And the thing that really bugged me about this whole thing, and I'm not mad at April or even mad at Toby, I'm really mad at the internet in general, because as soon as April said, "Oh yeah, Toby Turner raped this girl," everybody jumped on the bandwagon without any sort of evidence, without waiting for the facts to present itself. They just automatically assumed, "Oh yeah, this girl said this popular YouTube celebrity raped her, so if she said it, then it must be true." And they unleashed an absolute tidal wave of hate on Toby's channel. And I don't believe that's fair. Look, if he wanted to say that he was a rapist and say that he was a monster, then you should have waited for the evidence to come out to say, yeah, he did do this. And then it would have been more appropriate to do that. But the fact that people didn't wait for evidence to present itself, they didn't wait for the facts to come out and only listen to one side of the story, was just disheartening. And honestly, it just is indicative of the greater mob mentality problem on the internet, because a lot of people just can't seem to think for themselves. If someone popular says something, they just automatically follow along with it and don't really seem to question it at all. And that is a big problem. But was she raped? Again, I don't know. I want to believe her, but I'm just kind of suspicious with the way she went about it, going to Tumblr, not contacting the police, and showing these screenshots, which could be photoshopped. I'm not saying that they are, because it does look pretty convincing, but they could be photoshopped. So I'm not entirely sold that she was raped and all that other stuff. It has me feeling conflicted because I want to believe her. I really do. But it's hard just given what I know about it. And if it comes out that this girl was raped, then that is awful, and I really hope that she gets the help that she needs. If it comes out that she's full of shit and it was lying about the whole thing, then that's incredibly awful. It's a really shitty thing to do to somebody, because you are a disgruntled ex-girlfriend and you're upset because, your significant other moved on. That's really shitty. But again, we don't know, so I can't say for sure if she's lying or she's being truthful. Now, with Toby, did he rape this girl? Again, I don't know. I really don't know. But Mr. Epsilon made a video about it, and he is saying that he did in fact meet him once, and he pretty much came outright and said that he was like a druggie, that he used a lot of drugs. Now, at the very least, is he not a good boyfriend? Probably. Does he take drugs? Does he have a drug problem? Probably. Is he a rapist? Again, I don't know. And for the people that are just unleashing this tidal wave of hate towards his channel, just stop it. Just stop it, because you're going by what somebody else said, which may or may not have happened, and you're just automatically assuming that he did it, despite the fact that there is no evidence currently to support these claims. You have this mentality, oh, a woman said she was raped, so that must mean it's true. And again, we don't know. We really don't know if that's true, and that's what makes it so hard. Because as much as you want to believe April, because rape is a very serious issue, I feel bad for Toby because he has this tidal wave of hate on his channel for something that he for something that he did or possibly did not do. And people have killed themselves because of this. There have been people out there that have been accused of rape or pedophilia or something like that, and have killed themselves, and it's later come out that it's not true, that they did not do those things at all. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen to Toby, but it sets a dangerous precedent for stuff like this, because again, people just cannot seem to think for themselves. People cannot seem to form their own opinion. They just follow along with whatever someone popular tells them to, and they just do it. I mean, look at the whole Grade, Leafy, and Keemstar situation, but that's another topic for another day. Now, again, I don't want to believe that he is a rapist, because from what I've seen of the guy, he seems like a pretty nice guy, a really well-adjusted guy who makes videos because he enjoys doing it, and he loves entertaining people. Now, of course, what someone presents on YouTube is completely different from what they are in real life. Somebody who can be really nice and really trusting in a YouTube video could be an absolute asshole, could be a monster in real life. And somebody that portrays themselves as being awful and really cancerous could be a really okay person in real life. You never really know, because YouTube personas and what someone is in real life are two completely different things, just so you know, are completely different things. But I implore you to just wait for actual evidence to present itself. Wait for facts to come out. Don't just automatically jump on a bandwagon and assume that Toby is guilty and that he raped this girl because she said it, and on vice versa. Don't just automatically assume that this April girl was raped. Don't just automatically assume that Toby did not do this, and then spread hate towards her and call her a slut and a whore and this other things. Wait for the actual facts and evidence to come out. bottom line is this. The situation is still ongoing, and it's very possible that this will probably end up not amounting to anything. And it's very possible that this April girl is lying and she wasn't raped, and it could be also very possible that she was, and that Toby is an absolute monster. You never know. But until that comes out, don't go and hate on either of them. Just don't do it. Because it creates this toxic, just cancerous environment on the internet, and we don't really need that, especially with all of the other bullshit that's going on. Just don't. And it's a no-win situation. It's awful either way. If it comes out that April was raped, then Toby Turner's career is over. I mean, it's already been severely damaged because of these allegations. And if it comes out that April is lying, then, you know, her reputation is ruined. So nobody wins either way. This outcome is not positive for anybody involved. But, you know, I think we can take solace in the fact that we should have an open and honest discussion, that we should look at both sides of the story, and that we should be a little bit more suspicious and a little bit more critical of these things instead of just jumping on a bandwagon. That's how I see it. I'm not taking sides because we don't know. We really don't know who's guilty and who's not guilty in this situation. We'll just have to wait and see until it presents itself, if that ever comes. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. This is ThatKidDouglas, aka the Young Hero, signing out. Deuces, stay frosty and keep it weird. Cueing outro sequence now.